Hey guys, Kevin here. Going to take a couple minutes and walk you through some things on the Ads Manager um, that will show you how to navigate some stuff and give you some ideas about ways to run, just to navigate around. Like, we're not going to get too deep into any of the running of the ads, but just a couple of things that I think might be valuable for you to know your way around the Ads Manager a little bit. So that's, I think, a good video here. So first thing is, this is the Ads Manager that we are in right here. The Ads Manager and the Power Editor were recently merged together. So there used to be two, now there's one. And so that's kind of the deal. Most of the places that you're going to want to go account-wise, you're going to find here. If you click on the Ads Manager, I guess this is a drop-down, you're going to see audiences and pixels. You'll go to quite a bit. Audience insights, campaign planner, some of those things. Over here, your assets, you're going to have like audiences, images, videos is here. A lot of times, I don't know why it's not on Takis. Maybe it's because he's Australian. But anyways, so a lot of times, billing. If you have billing problems, you're going to need to put a credit card in if you don't already have one. Business manager settings, all these different things. So then different reporting things like analytics is pretty new, and there's a bunch of things that you'll be doing with the Pixel over here, creating custom conversions, offline events, a bunch of different things that you can do in that way. So, and we'll go into all these in depth, some of them here in the basics course and some of them in the advanced course. But so basically, why this is important is knowing how to get around and find everything in the account is important, and understanding it. So if there's ever anything that you don't know where it is, this is the place to start. And like if you're working on, say, the Pixel and you need to get back to the Ads Manager, sometimes there's not like a back button or anything easy to do it, or a link. You just go up here and you can always get yourself back to the Ads Manager. Okay. Next thing is the different tabs that you have across the top here. And so the account overview tab gives you some ideas about different things that are happening in the account, like, some demographic stuff, location stuff that's going on, things like that. And it also has like breakdown of different things like video views, post engagement, purchases, etc., that are coming from this. Then the next thing that we have is the campaigns tab. This is where you have what's going on, and you can sort by the columns here. So like we can sort by the amount spent here in the last 30 days and see all this stuff. So this gives you the list of campaigns. Now, if you want to edit a campaign, most times in a lot of these account managers, you'd think you would click on the link. You actually do not click on the link. There are two ways that you can edit the campaign. The first way is to click the little edit button here, and it brings this out. And the second way is to click the pencil over here on the right. So that's how you get into this. To edit it, you can change the name. You can't really change the objective and stuff like that when you've once you've started it. And then you have different little things that you can change, but ultimately, this is just where you edit. There's rules and stuff like that. We'll talk about that later. Don't want to get into that here in the navigation one. So again, if you click on the link, what happens? So you got to click on this, or you got to click on the pencil to edit. If you click on the link, what happens, surprisingly enough, is it takes you to the next tab, which is ad sets. And so there was only one ad set in this campaign. And so the same thing happens here. If you click on the actual link, it's going to take us to the ads tab, but we can click on this and see all of the things we can edit inside of the ad set manager deal here. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I'll explain what a lot of these things are. Actually, I'll go ahead and explain a little bit of it since we're doing the navigation to give you the idea. So obviously this is the name. You can change the name, the budget, and schedule. So we're running a lifetime budget on this campaign, and so it was $1,500. The estimated daily video views. This is like a prognostication tool, which is pretty good because it gives you, like in this case, video views are going to go up linearly based on how much you spend. But if it will also do this for conversions like opt-ins or sales or registrations, and it'll usually have like some sort of a parabolic arch or half parabola here that it'll give you as far as what where this is going to go. So then here we go. This is the lifetime budget parameters on time. If you had the daily budget, then it would just say something like never ends or something like that. Then runs all the time, runs on an ad schedule. This is the audience section, which is all through here, and it tells which audiences we're running it to. So we were running this to a 2% audience that had purchased Taki's $1 Million Plan course, and so this was uploaded from Ontraport, the email list of the purchasers. And so 2% is a type of audience which gives a reach of about 4 million people, and these people are in the U.S. So that gives you who we were advertising to. The location, if you choose a custom audience, is usually pre-selected by the Facebook thing because you selected the U.S. audience up here. And then we just left the age parameters open, so we don't change that too much. Down here, if we had it, we would add in interest targeting, behavior, demographics, things like that. If we wanted to layer it, we would do that, or if we wanted to target that way instead. So anyways, so that's sort of the targeting part of the deal, the audience part. Next is placements. You can have automatic placements, which is probably good a lot of the time. But if you're running a certain kind of ad, you might not want to do that. Like, for instance, if you were running an ad that didn't do well in the right column, like an introvert selling system ad, which is long form copy to a survey. Like if you click a right column ad, it just takes you straight to the site, which they wouldn't get to read the actual ad copy. So we found that it doesn't work that great. So you can edit placements and choose. You can also choose what devices that you want to run on mobile or desktop. And then down here, you can choose what type of mobile devices, Android, iOS, or featured phones. You can also choose to only run when people are connected to Wi-Fi, which there's a lot of reasons to do that. I can explain that in a future video and why that's important. And then last down here is optimization and delivery. In this case, it's a video ad, so they're optimizing for video views. We're letting it automatically bid for us, and then we get charged on impressions. So that is all the things that you can mess around with inside of the ad set, which is a lot. And so I know that it can be confusing. Don't let it get to you. We're going to break it all down and explain it all in future videos. So we're not going to, let me actually discard draft. There you go. And then lastly, let's go to the actual ad and see it. And this is where the creative and the copy lives. So in this case, we chose to use an existing post. So the copy was already in the post, and it was download a triage pad, which is a thing that Taki gives away. And it's a video, so we had that post to choose. If we were creating a new ad, then we would certainly have been able to upload the video and input the text copy and all that sort of stuff. We don't have a button on there. We could add a button if we wanted to. always check and make sure that the right pixel is chosen. Always check and make sure the right Facebook page and Instagram is chosen if you're going to do that. This video was too long to put on Instagram, so it didn't matter. But if you're gonna run Instagram, make sure that you have your page represented, or if you have an Instagram account, connect it up. But like with this one of the things that always happens is usually a lot of times when you're creating these, the wrong Facebook page will be selected, and so you just got to be careful. Same thing with boosting posts, which I guess that's more of an agency problem, so it might not be a big problem for you if you only have one. But if you do have two or three, you got to make sure that is correct. So anyways, so you get to preview the ad. A couple of things that are kind of cool that are important to know is, one, if you want to see what the ad's going to look like, you can have it sent to your phone by hitting Ad Preview right here. So you can send notification, right? That's if it's mobile, or you can change it to desktop. And I always like to preview the Facebook post with comments, and it brings it up for you, and you can see what the ad is going to look like. And usually it'll start playing. So it might take a second since I'm running all this software here. Let me stop it. Okay, so there you go. You get to see it. You get to see what the comments look like and kind of get a feeling for what the ad is going to look like on your page. And you can see this got a bunch of comments, etc. And we got a lot of people who wanted this thing. So this is valuable because if you want to see like how, especially if you want to check how your copy is formatted, being able to navigate to that is really important. So change this to desktop and then hit this and then just choose Facebook post with comments. So I think that's pretty good about navigating around. Again, you click the gear icon here and it'll give you some different business manager settings and stuff, where you can look at payments and all these different things like this. This is our business manager, so we don't have any payments set up on it. But anyways, so that should give you a good idea about how the navigation works in the Ads Manager. And hopefully, if you got any questions or whatever, just hit us up, and we can. I'm taking it back here. Make sure it gets back. There's another one. Another one here. So anyways, just let me know if you got any questions. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video.